folks, and welcome back to Shapes. Last time we reached level 7 and we had the goal of getting paint onto our stuff. So let's talk about how we're going to do that today. We're going to borrow off of this line here and we're going to remerge that somewhere over here, I guess. It doesn't really matter, quite honestly, of where we go with it. We just know we need to go with it. But we're going to take a look at painting, which is all the way over here. So painting requires a couple of things to actually function. I'm going to have it go, I guess, this way to make the most sense. Basically, we're going to put a shape in here, we're going to put a color pigment in here, and then it's going to output what exactly we want it to have. So we need to find some red before we get started. Looks like we have some over there. So I'm actually going to get rid of that for just the time being, because we're going to take all of these extra ones here. And again, I love that misclicking, misdoing things in this game doesn't cost you anything. It's just so refreshing. But we're going to go through, and I think we're going to try to do it somewhere over. Let's do it this way, I think, because then I can merge it over with that. Yeah, I like that plan. Okay, so I'm going to set up, let's say, 3 of these. 1, 2, I have to give it a little bit more space. 2, 3. We're going to merge, We're going to extract some colors here. I always forget to hold shift. Always forget to hold shift. I don't know what it is about my brain, but I always forget that. So we'll merge those together, and then we'll bring those merges down here in short order. All right. After we do that, we're going to set merges here, here, and here. That they'll flow in, and in. These guys are going to just float around like so. This one's going to come over there like that. All right, so these guys are going to come in there. I'm going to have to rearrange that to think a little bit, but that's okay. We'll figure that part out. Yeah, that's going to be in a bad spot. Okay, let me fix this real fast. This is why I like this game. Well, one of the many reasons I like this game is because if you've ever watched any of my videos, I make mistakes constantly. And this game doesn't punish me so much for it. I waste a little bit of time, but like there's not like a big problem with making mistakes in this game, which I deeply appreciate, because I make mistakes on a fairly regular basis here. I actually didn't even need to do all that, but I'm going to because I can. All right, so they're going to flow like that. This guy's going to flow like that. Now we need to get the next round of stuff. So for this one, we're going to use some tunnels like that, and like that. And then we can merge this into there, there, and there. All right. After that, we just have to worry about getting our little split jobber doobies off of there. Bam, bam, bam. We'll have this flow down, down. And I'm going to just keep these in line with all of that. We don't care about those right now. And then this area is going to come up, over, and we're going to eventually turn that way, but I can take this, have it go over there. Hold on, I know we need to put the splitter thingy in there. Don't worry, I'm getting there. There we go, and look, we have color into our monochromatic world. We have red circles now joining in with all of the things getting done, and it's glorious. Now you can see our production on this hasn't really slowed down. We're still filling up this belt. This guy's still doing as much as what it was. This area needs a little bit of help. We're running out of stuff. Luckily, look, we have another one that we can just throw on there, because why not? Or I could throw much more on there. So I can just go in here and do something like that. We'll do that, and that, and that, and that, and that is going to go like that. That's going to go right into there, and then we'll bring that down and over. So now this belt should start filling up, and I mean, we don't really even need it to. The color stuff takes a little while, but if you take a look, we're making all the stuff. We're going to fill that belt up with no problems, and we're going to really start being able to produce stuff. While that's happening and we have red into our monochromatic world, we have some upgrades we can look at. This one's coming along pretty soon, but we have extraction. So now it's going to go up to 2 times the speed. So we're going to be sped up, and take a look at that. We have colors. Ooh, what can we do with that? Because that is not a color. The blue that showed is more of a teal kind of color. That's not a standard color in the game. You can actually mix the colors and get stuff, but I'm getting ahead of myself because we don't have those options quite yet. Now this area is quite built out for what it actually is and what it's actually doing, but I'll allow it. I may set up another production facility for red circles over there. I don't think that's necessary, but it's fun. I could do it and it's not a big deal. And then I can control click on an area. So I could do that. And then you can see on the top right, I can copy all of that. So if I just wanted to make another version of this and put it over here, I can do that, no problem. Doesn't impact the game at all, and we're good to go. So there's lots and lots of stuff that we can do. We're gonna let that do its thing here for a little bit. We do have another upgrade available to us, which is belt distributors and tunnels. So our belts are gonna be faster now, which you can see that has definitely sped up, which basically means we have more capacity now than what we had previously. If I wanted to, I could actually build a parallel one going down. So let's take a look and see what that looks like, because why the heck not? If we were to do it that way, I'd have to have the splitters. All right, how do I want to do that? So those need to come in. Hold shift, skip to, shift, skip to, cool. All right, split city is going to happen right there. And then we'll have splitters in front of all this. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to flow in there. That's going to flow in there. That's going to flow in there. These guys are going to have to flow out eventually. So we're going to rotate that around. Bam, bam, bam. So we have all of that happening. That can happen. Can even tunnel that over to there. And then we'll tunnel even more to there. And then that will join that line. Okay. Now the last thing we need to do is get this stuff hooked up. Now I have 2 options. I could put more splitters and then have it tunnel over. So if we did that, it would look something like this. But I don't like that option because really when it comes down to it, we don't have a place to put tunnels. There's only one space there. So we're going to have to bring this around, which actually makes our life a little bit, just slightly easier than what we would have to do otherwise. So I'm going to start off with the tunnels. Actually, no, I didn't provide myself enough space for any of this. So luckily we can just control and copy all that. We'll copy that. Oh, we got some new blueprint. Oh, I unlocked. Oh, I can't do it yet because I don't have blueprints. All right, no worries. Let me set that back up again here. I'll just rotate that paint down much farther. Bam. I didn't hold shift. Bam. Bam. Split city. Bam, bam, bam. Outputs. Bam, bam, and bam. Okay. So do all that, that, and that. Then I can actually... Ooh, see? We got a new rotator, which does full 180. So that's a nice addition to have there for us. It can shorten up things like we have like this, where it's massive. We can shorten that up significantly without any real issues. All right, but we're going to put there... there, and we might, nope, not that one. And we might as well just do that, just in case we want to expand this line at all. It's always going to be, I didn't do that one right. If we do this the right way, there we go. All right, so that looks good. And then we'll boom, boom, boom. But you can see that gives us just a little bit more capacity if we wanted to take that out another way and to do all of the things. Now we have our first shapes coming out of there. We should already be pretty close. Yeah, we already hit that. We need to do now blue and 480 of those. So there's a lot of ways we can go about approaching this. First off, we need to find the closest blue, which looks like it's way up there, which is fine. We're going to use these extractors here. And we'll do that. And again, things I love about this game is I can not have the greatest plan in the world and things will work out. Just how efficient can you be? But I'm going to do something like that. And then we want to have these go off into Split City here. So then we can do that. When I throw that in there, it's going to generate those. So I need to rotate the bottom ones. Around more. All right, where did our other upgrade go? Don't we have a different upgrade here? Or am I making that up? All right, let me put that in there. All right, I guess we don't have it quite yet, but once we have the full ones, we'll be able to rotate the ways we want. Okay, and then we'll merge those guys back together. And basically, once we get blueprints, we're going to be able to copy and paste all this. We just can't do it quite yet. But I can do stuff like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got that. So you're going to go there. You're going to go there. You're going to go there. We have that one ready to roll. All right. And then bam, 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 bam. Merge, merge, merge. Merge, merge, merge. Merge, merge. Actually, no. Let's just merge it down to 2. So those guys go there, there. Cool. All right. I'm not going to go crazy with this quite yet. We're going to go down here. Grab our blue pigment. Merge all of those together. And then we'll set up our paint stuff here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm hoping that we can set up a secondary one. But we'll have to work on that in a sec here. So we got that. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Those are all going to come there. This guy's going to come over. All right, so we have 4 of those, and then we just need to set our stuff there. Boom, ba-dum, 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 boom, ba-dum. Okay, so that's going to go there, 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 and there. Fantastic. That's going to go in like so, and then we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect all of these together like so. And then we're going to take this, I guess we'll take top line here. So I'm going to shorten that up a little bit just to be, I don't know why, with all the space in the world, but for some reason I really deeply care about space in this game. So we have all of that. I'm just going to build a tunnel for that right now because it doesn't really matter. We'll do that. And then we're going to do that. And you can see this one's not maxing out the lines at all. We're going to get close to maxing out all this stuff here in a second, but you can see that our lines themselves, not remotely close to being full. So what that means is that we can either support more of these, like the paint operations. It doesn't give you a time on it, but the paint operation takes longer than the slicing operation does down here. So we could expand this line out if we wanted to. What's going on here? Oh, just have that going the wrong way. My bad. There we go. That number should start moving up pretty quick here. But you can see we're backing up. We also have another operation here, so I could theoretically just make many more of these if I wanted to. I could split this off and then have a whole nother line of this going down, which I think is what the solution I'm going to opt for is right now. So we're going to see. If I do that, the splitter needs to go there. And then it's going to need to wrap around like that. Not loving that situation, but I think for right now, it'll be okay. Can I get one more? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I need to move those down one more if I wanted to do that. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm really just playing this. I'm having fun right now. I am not optimizing any of this stuff yet. We will get to that part of the game, hopefully sooner rather than later, but we have a lot of work to do before we can get to that part of the game. So we'll do that. This, we can set up a tunnel here. Come across like so. And then, how far can I get my tunnel to go? All right, I need to just pull those back just a touch. So I do it there. I can put on my splitter. This one can be a splitter, and then revert back like so. And then put that going all the way to there. Heck yeah. I even took up more space than I needed to. All right, we have that. So now we should be producing even more of these. And you can see that we are chugging along here. Is this beautiful? Absolutely not. I actually really want to redo this so it's more compact like this one, which I think I'm going to do here because it's a hot mess. So let's go through. This is what I love about the game. Is again, you can be a hot mess and it's okay. It's not going to ruin your gameplay. It's not going to be the end of the world. Basically, I just need to see how much space I have here and what kind of space I need. So I'm going to do something like that. And then this line here will be the one that all of this merges into. So when we put a new paint one on there, which has to go there, is the farthest back I can put it, we can do that. Okay, that should work just fine. We skip a space. So we skip 2 spaces and put on more painters. So 1, 2, 3, and a 4. We'll get our split bad boys on there. Okay. Oh, I guess I should put the splits for these guys on there as well. And I think we'll have enough space to do what I want. It's going to be tight, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so then we can... not cap locks, my bad. Tunnel, 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 tunnel. All right. Bam, 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 bam. Then we need to go split city here. This is going to be the problem. We're too tight on space here again. My goodness. But again, we're not hurting anything. We're wasting a little time, but we're not actually hurting our production at all during this, so who cares? What I really just need to do, instead of trying to do this, is just blow this out and make it longer. So that's what I'm going to do here. Just going to blow this out, and we'll make that a little longer. Nope. There we go. I'll just clear out that line. There we are. We'll bring that all down like so. Bring that to there. All right. And then we're just going to keep making paints. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we can do that. Fantastic. This is actually the exact same thing we just had. It's just a longer version of it. We're just doubling up on all the things. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Then we'll do all of that. Ooh, look at that. We got a mixer, so we can now mix multiple paint colors together. Heck yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're going to complete this first because I'm me and I have to complete these things, but we'll do that. Let's get that there, that there. Okay. All of that can go like so. And then we'll merge that in with that line there. And then the last thing we need to do, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what's nice here is if this guy starts losing all of its capacity, like if we start having spaces in this, we'll just throw this line out. It doesn't matter. We have tons and tons and tons of ability to rapidly produce stuff here. It looks like we're getting close to that point where this is... There it is. See how we now have maxed that one out? So what we'll do is we'll just throw another splitter on here like that. That one can go up that way. That one can go there. And now we should have full control of that. I suppose we should get rid of all of this because it's a hot mess. And I have enough hot messes to deal with in my life than to deal with the ones that I can easily create or easily fix. So now we have purple. We have to get 600 of these guys in place. If I remember correct, purple and blue mixed together, or red and blue, excuse me, mixed together to make purple. So what we're going to do, instead of dumping all these guys out here, as is being the case, well, let's take a look at our upgrade here. We got paint mixing, which is going to happen faster. And look, see, there's more complex shapes coming. It's so much fun. I can't express how much fun I just absolutely love this game. But we're going to then take this and we're going to bring it up. Just for now. We don't have anything we necessarily need to have happen right now. We're just going to bring that up. I'm going to get some more extractors here. 2, 3, 4. Because, oh, that's right. It's not mixing of this. My bad. We have to mix the paint colors, not the actual physical items. So we'll do that. Okay, let me get that back. Let's see. Where's their blue and red? All right, so blue and red aren't too far apart, especially at that one. So that's where we're going to focus on that happening at. So we'll get our extractors. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get our extractors 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. 1 and nope. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Merge all of that into a single source. Go in the proper way. All right, and then I just need to figure out the best ways to do this. 1. All right, so I'm gonna have that split there. This one I'm gonna bring up a little higher. And this one I'm gonna bring a little lower. All right, the idea here is that we're gonna have this turn and go to a tunnel. It's gonna exist somewhere around there. I don't know where exactly that's gonna exist quite yet, but we'll get that figured out. And then this one will be able to safely travel directly through all of that. And then we should be able to mix those together and get purple. There we go. Look at us. All right, so let's go through and get some more of these on there. We're gonna separate those by 3, it looks like. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Well, let's see. That counts as 4, which is what we've had. So I'm going to leave it as that 3. And then these are right above and below each other. So bam, bam, bam. We'll do that. Our paint things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Because I really just want all these to be able to merge together quickly and easily without us having to really think about what they're doing. There we go. Okay. That's cool. Let's get our tunnels in here. And boom, 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 boom. All right, do we have any circles around here? That's our closest circle area. All right, I should have built that a little closer, but whatever. Could bring that way on down. Get our extractor set up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Merge those all together like so. Fantastic. And then we shall paint. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, put it up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That should work a little better. All right, on this end, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we can run. See, I always forget how I have these set up. Oops, this one's not even running at full capacity. There we go. Got that fixed now. And where was that with these guys? Okay. So we get rid of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what I had? See, now this is where I get messed up and thinking, okay, I'm bringing them in from the top. That's why. Okay. All right, and then we can merge these together eventually here. And then there we go. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna get rid of those for right now while I plan the rest of this out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fantastic. Nope. Want to go? Nope. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Up. Nope. Not where I wanted it to go. These guys are going to come up here. Like so. All right. That should solve that problem. We have to build how many of these? 600 of these? That's a lot. But that's okay. We're doing the work, and we have these things slowly but surely going where they need to go. So I may build a parallel one of these lines farther up here. I don't know. I'm at least gonna do that. We'll wait till that line empties out, and then we can build maybe another line of these farther up. Although this is doing a good job. Like there's a slight backlog, but it's not like drastic by any means. And we'll get rid of all of that stuff. And then the second that this does that, we can merge that in, and it's like it never even happened. All right, we're gonna get up to those numbers. Let's see, what do we need to plan on here? So we need to get up to 1,000 of those, no problem. This whole area here, we haven't figured out that shape yet. That's gonna be fun. We need some more stuff to do that. And same with this one, we haven't gotten that shape yet, I don't think. So one of the more useful things in this game is to kind of just zoom out a little bit, not super far. We can see how there's some different shapes there. And we're just trying to look to see if there's any that match what we need. Because you can see there's one of the ones that has the funky shapes. We could potentially use that. The problem is we have no way of, if we cut this apart and then wanted to merge it together with something else, we don't have that ability quite yet. That will come in due time, but right now it's not our time for that. So we can't really worry about that part of it at all right now, which is fine for us. Our main goals, just making purple and we'll be good. If you take a look at our stats, we can see we're making 2 a second on that. Circles are just 9.3, and you can kind of see your overall production stats. I dig all of this, and I also like that you can put it in this format so I can really quickly, easily see what's up and how it's all going. So we're doing good. It's just a matter of time here until we get the W. Or there's no W in this one until we get the next round of stuff. Oh God. I was wondering why our production was suffering there. It's because I didn't do my job. There we go. Okay. We should be able to produce a whole lot more purple now, which will stop that backlog from happening. Because right now, if you take a look, there's lots of empty spots, which means that we're not optimized because this is not backed up. But that also tells us that we could stand to do more of this. So I could probably produce this down more and more and more. So we skip 2. Skip 2. All right, I don't see why we wouldn't do more production here, especially as both the other things are backlogged. They're not like holding on anything for us, so might as well just throw them in and hope and pray and dream that if this works out for us. So I'm gonna do bam. Well, I could put it there and run the thing the other way, but I think I'm gonna do this. And that. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. All right. We have that. Boom and boom. And you see what I say when it's like a waiting game kind of game where you just kind of have to, you do all the things it asks you to do, but it can take you a little while sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just something you got to plan for and know and do. You see, we're almost up to that 600 already, and we really haven't been spending much time doing it. As we increase our production here, it's going to continually backlog a little bit of some of our stuff here. So we'll have to figure out, like, this thing is a waste of I could just put that into there and save that spot, which I very well may do right now. If we need more of those, we can always change our production up to kind of fix that. But at least we opened up another line there for that to go in. And hopefully that will work for us. This one's maxed out, so we're good with that. If I really wanted to, I could put another one like that on there. And another extractor there. And just so that it's flowing all the time. But I don't think that's really necessary. It's just fun. All right, so we're going to make it almost up to level 10 here. We're at level 9. We got another 60 or so of our purple circles to do, and that's going to unlock a compact merger, which should be able to do lots of fun things for us here in the very near future. But we just need to get another 40, 30 or so, and then we'll have that. And then we'll probably call it a day for this one. But I love we have colors. Look at us. We're doing things. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Here we go. Come on, baby. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. All right. So now we have a compact merger. that allows us to join lines together. So we don't have to use the freaking setup here where we had these giant mergers and all that stuff. We can use a compact merger to go through and do all the things. But that's going to be a story for another time. Folks, thanks as always for joining me. I really do appreciate your time, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.